I should give a plug for Natasha, by the way. This game's called Murder, and it's available on Apple TV, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube, DirecTV as well, Instagram at Natasha Henstridge. And congratulations, nominated for Canadian Screen Actor Award for Digstown. And that's work in season 3, just finished up. And also producing a movie called All I Want for Christmas as well. So
is this going to be a Hallmark movie?
I don't think Hallmark is going to go for it because I think it's a little racier than a Hallmark movie.
Lifetime movie?
It might be more in that world, but streaming, we could stream it anywhere. Yeah, it's a little edgier.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well, let's do a couple of coaches, put your hands back in your pockets, because this has been quite a couple of days of news when it comes to hitting people on the court, on the ice. Michigan basketball head coach Juwan Howard made big news over the weekend by taking a swing at and connecting with the face of Wisconsin assistant coach Joe Krabenhoft in the handshake line after the Michigan-Wisconsin game. I'm going to show it to you in a second. The punishments were announced Monday. Howard was fined $40,000 and is suspended for the rest of the season. That's 5 more games. And Coach Krabenhoft, he was not punished. He's the one that got hit in the head. Here's a clip of what happened, and it's being called by the guys in the booth.
They get in the line. Interesting finish here. 77. Oh, see, and they're going at it. Oh, yeah. Howard and Guard are not happy right now as the two of them continue to have words.
And
we told you
wait for
Howard
it.
was not happy about that timeout.
There it is.
Overhand.
Yeah.
Scrum breaks out. So there was a press conference afterwards.
Not happy about the timeout, which means Wisconsin had a lead or something.
Yeah, so he, holding a large lead in the final minute, Wisconsin took a timeout with 48 seconds left and put bench players on the court, then called another timeout with 15 seconds left. And Howard's going to explain why that affected him and what exactly was said.
Raising it to a point where it looked like you hit another coach in the face. What kind of happens in between to make that happen?
Well, basically, I addressed with the head coach that I will remember that because of that timeout, and for someone to touch me, and I think that was very uncalled for him to touch me as we were verbalizing and communicating with one another. So that's what ended up happening, and that's what escalated.
So somebody touched him, and he felt threatened and popped that guy in the face.
Yeah, he's 9 inches taller than him, has 40 pounds of muscle. And 4 19-year-olds between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Being an excuse, like he put his hands on me. Yeah. He sort of held you up to talk to you.
Right.
I mean, he didn't push you.
I don't know what school we're at. In terms of where everyone's at with being blown out. Like having...
Do explain, please.
Well, it's like sometimes in football, you're up by 19 points with 30 seconds left, and you're down on the 5-yard line, and you can either take a knee or you can score again.
And there's a school of thought. You obviously know this. You've heard the old school guys. Hey, you play to the whistle. You play to the end of the game.
No slaughter rule.
Well, the opposite of that. It's like, hey, if you're at the 5-yard line, you play football.
Right.
I think once we've established that everyone is signed off on playing a football game, basketball game, baseball, or whatever it is, then you can do whatever you want.
And you put in the scrubs. That's what you do with 45 seconds left. You put in the walk-ons.
Yeah, it's kind of, and also we always kind of talk about like, the psychological effects, the lingering of a young person getting blown out of, I always sort of had fond memories because they make great stories of just being destroyed in one game, one game or the other, which has happened a few times. And also lots of like lessons learned in those situations too.
Yeah. Well, there was another one. Cops tell TMZ Sports that they're investigating a junior hockey player who punched a ref during a game in Massachusetts on Sunday. A spokesperson for the Foxborough Police Department confirmed that a member of the South Shore Kings had unloaded a right hand into the face of the ref in the middle of the game, and I have it for you. As TMZ previously reported, the United States Premier Hockey League hit the player with a lifetime ban from its league over the punch, a zero-tolerance policy for striking an official, and this is what happened.
Definitely not a Jew.
Here it comes.
There's
high stick.
There's a big, it's a high stick, yeah.
But look, ref pops right back up.
Yeah, but
like, oh, what the hell, man?
I was going to say that's just hockey, and the guy must have been Canadian, but that was pretty hard. That was hardcore.
Yeah, that guy
was
couldn't
pretty
defend
rough.
himself.
No, that was pretty rough.
You know, in terms of punching people, hockey shouldn't have a zero tolerance. You know what I mean?
No, it
That's
should
more
not
for
have
We have
ice
some
dancing and ballet. That should be hockey should have some tolerance.
But
since
with
it's such a part of-
officials.
The
All
officials
right.
is a problem.
Well, then
yeah.
go. All right. We have.
he laced up the skates just like everyone else.
We have
He knew what he was getting
a lot
into.
of tolerance for punching people
Yeah.
and a very small amount for punching officials.
There,
Yeah.
good.
But zero, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, since we're on the subject, do you want to see one more? Because there's
Sure.
just been a string of these. Finally.
Don't you guys
Yeah.
feel like there's something in the wind, whether it's a Southwest flight or junior hockey, where people are putting their hands on people very
Indeed.
willingly? It seems like,
Indeed.
ironically, in a world of social distancing and washing everything with Purell, people are putting their hands on strangers in
Yes.
a lot of different places.
Yes.
Women are duking it out. I've said it a million times. I've never seen more women fight than I'm seeing now. Like,
COVID has made people lonely. You know, they miss touch.
they missed they want, is that
Any
what it is?
kind.
Get it.
They're just missing
It's,
touch.
oh, so it's like they're crying for attention.
Yeah, I think so.
For a hug in the face.
Cutting yourself to feel.
With a fist.
Right.
I never would be presumptuous enough to feel like I could put my hands on someone like
No.
on a commercial
No.
flight. But people are getting into it.
They
now.
are. Well, even in youth sports, I'll show you this just to round out this crazy sports segment. A coach for a basketball team of 10-year-olds in California has been removed from the league and could face criminal charges after he choked the ref. And I have that for you as well. The coach, who was immediately suspended, wasn't happy about a call that the ref made, and he yelled at him, but things escalated quickly when he wrapped his hands around the ref's neck until another official had to intervene. Here's what that looked like. Like a young, he is choking the life out of this kid. Everyone trying to pull him apart.
Everyone's wearing a mask, or at least everyone around him is.
Well, they're not breathing. They're holding their breath.
It's true.
It's funny. I'm always interested in the act of choking. Because that makes you, like, that's the most visceral thing
Yeah,
you
you're
can
the
do.
murder
Like, you
instrument.
literally, if that's your impulse.
Right.
You know, like, it's like someone steps on your foot and you push them or something. That's just a reaction.
Reflex, yeah.
Or choking is very primal.
Yes.
You know, it's like, I will kill
Yes.
you. I must stop you from living.
Yeah, it's definitely not a defense move, I would think.
It's also very, like, crime of passion, you know, like guys who do that to women. It's like it's a passionate thing. It's a weird thing to do to a stranger in front of other people, but it suggests you have a wiring.
Mishap.
Control.
Yeah. To probably
Was
a
that
college
for
kid.
That was for a 10-year-old basketball game? Wow. Suddenly the song Teach Your Children Well came into my head. I don't know when we were watching that.
Oh, the
I was
great!
like, wow.
It happened. Brian will remember the great Woody Hayes.
Yeah, in his the last game he ever coached, bowl game, he punched an opposing player on the sideline.
I think
That's how you go out.
I think he choked. I think he tried to choke him.
Oh, did he actually try and choke him? I remember the swing, but maybe he went for the throat. You have to look, as it was up high sideline footage.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find the great Woody Hayes. But
Legend,
yeah.
but he was on his way, mentally on decline
Yeah,
You don't
at
say.
that point.
Yeah,
It wasn't like-
but it's scary.
Right.
People gotta do less of that.
Well, let's pivot to some other sports news. The U.S. Soccer Federation and the women's team have announced a deal that will split $24 million among the players in back pay after years of unequal compensation for the men's and women's teams. And players have also secured a promise that their future bonuses will match the men's. The Daily Beast reports that when the deal is finalized, it'll bring on an end of the gender discrimination lawsuit the players filed back in 2019, which we talked about in 2019. And speaking to the New York Times, striker Alex Morgan celebrated the settlement. She said, "It's a monumental win for us and for women." And of course, Megan Rapinoe, who we've all heard of. "For our generation, knowing that we're going to leave the game in an exponentially better place than we found it is everything."
I hate fucking Megan Rapinoe so fucking much. Just everything is about lesbians and this and everything's a fucking, all she does is fucking whine. Yuck. I hate those fucking ingrates.
As a
How
hot
do you
take.
really
Those
feel?
people. God, do I hate Megan Rapinoe. But now women got paid as much as guys. that wasn't the thing.
The bonuses.
It was something else.
Yeah,
it
and
was
the
also,
travel,
there were a
the
lot more
accommodation.
there were
They
a lot
found
more,
a sneakier way to still
Yes.
underpay the women.
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
But like when the women's, I know.
Let me check how much dude models get paid. Oh, that's right. Zilch.
But, it's like we're not a lot of soccer fans around here, at least
Yuck.
less than the rest of the world. But like when someone's kicking ass, we do hear about it. Like we do know who they are because they kicked so much ass.
Yeah.
So by all means,
Yeah, they did.
Get the spoils.
But the thing was, they're not getting paid like the men, but they were getting paid evenly, but they were doing better, and maybe it is the bonus thing. Woody Hayes punched and choked, I guess.
You're both right.
1978 Gator Bowl. To be fair to Woody, the guy ended the game with the interception, ended up on the sideline of Ohio State. It was kind of talking a little shit or sort of enjoying the victory.
I feel like that happens every single
It
week.
happens, but my feeling is jog it back. Go celebrate on your side of the sideline. But we
Let's
can watch
see.
Woody.
Ladies, Woody coaches for the white team.
Thank
The
you.
white team.
Thank you.
That's right.
Because I don't even know what football is.
Arch Schleister.
That's a name.
Wow.
No, he didn't talk, I'm sorry, he didn't give him any time to talk shit. They were popped up.
He didn't do anything.
Oh, he gave him the look.
He didn't dance,
watch
he
it
didn't-
again.
It was a look.
He's doing it.
He gave him the stare down.
Let's see. Yeah, but
Oh my
I
God.
think that's less than 1 second from his feet to punch.
Yeah.
the
It's
throat.
either it's a move you make or you don't.
there's usually like a choreographed dance, a finger.
There's
a taunt.
He's
there.
a white guy. Come on, give him a break. There's a little.
Oh my, passionate.
Look, Woody wouldn't have done it for no reason. And he did.
He had it coming.
He gave him the punch and the choke.
Let's
He gave
see,
him
in
the
slow-mo.
big
Business.
right hand
To the
right
neck.
under the thing, and then comes in
Goes
with
with the
That's vicious. That's
yeah.
vicious.
Wow.
You're
Well,
right.
it's-
there is something about the choking thing. It's
You
too
could be,
much.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, football coaches, the stuff they would do to the guys on their own team was always the worst. I mean, they put you just this.
How many
move.
times you were grabbed by the face mask?
Yeah.
By the coach.
That Chris, there's a picture of me playing Pop Warner football for the Falcons. Might be in the book or something somewhere. I'm standing on the sideline talking to Coach Burr, and he has my.
Oh, he's got you?
He's not pulling me into the ground or anything. He just had his
Your
hand.
attention.
It was like, I want to tell you something, and I don't want you to forget it.
I don't want you to move your face
It was
while
like,
I'm talking.
It was like, oh, he's hanging on to my chin strap, I think it is. But you can tell he's got his hand on his hip.
Oh, he's serious.
He's looking down at me, and he's pissed. And that was like during a timeout. And I think I was the captain of the defense, and he was signaling in like, we need a 6-1 defense, and I wanted to do a 5-2, so I was like shaking it off or something, and I don't think he liked
And he's
me
like,
Lippy kid.
fingers in the solar plexus. Listen to me.
shaking it off. So he wanted to get a nice talking to with me about my attitude, and I had his hand on my chin strap. But yeah, they
Oh,
grab
chin strap.
they grab your face mask. The other move, they're famous. The move they would do all the time is no big deal. Is you'd be down in your stance, and then they'd walk past you. They'd see you putting a little too much pressure on your front hand, leaning too far forward.
Oh,
just kick
kerplunk.
it. Just kick it.
Kerplunk.
Just kick it.
That
Then
just sounds like
I
fun.
never thought
That's
about
great.
That's a good
breaking
one.
a kid's wrist or
face?
pinky
Or
finger.
nose?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have your
You'd
equipment
have
on
that, yeah.
usually, but you'd be leaning down in that 3-point stance and take a look and just kick your hand go flying out, land on your face. Then you'd get up and go, sorry.
Yeah. Won't do it again.
Not what the fuck, old
My
man.
fucking dad's a lawyer, dude. He's gonna sue your ass. No, they just torture you.
Wow.
They just beat the shit out of you. That's
In
that's
a
how it was.
very stylish poly rayon shiny shirt and stovepipe pants.
that was 70s. That was at Poly High.
Wow.
Look around for houses in that neighborhood, Gina.
Okay, I'll
I think
tell you
there's
how the
some
neighborhood's doing.
There's some affordable
Where are you
in
looking?
stock.
We've been looking everywhere from literally Encino, Burbank, Valley.
Oh,
I mean, just, Van Nuys, North Hollywood.
All right, let's bring it home, Gina.
We really should go to Tarzana. I'm Gina
you
Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
All right, let's see. You can go. I'm going to be in Waukegan, Illinois at the Genesee Theater March 10th doing stand-up there, and then coming out to Kansas City. I think Gina's going to make that trip. We'll do 4 shows there at the Comedy Club in Kansas City. You can go to amcarolla.com for live shows everywhere. And if you want to pre-order my book, I think you can do that on Amazon. It's called Everything Reminds Me of Something. Natasha Henstridge, well, shoot her on Instagram at Natasha Henstridge. And what else should I plug, Natasha?
Oh, I'm going to do a show called Charmed on the CW. I'm going to do a few episodes of that coming up this 4th season of Charmed, by the way.
Charmed is in Charmed, the one we know?
Yeah.
The one you know. Yep.
That one went away and came back?
It was an old school Charmed, and now there's a new reboot of Charmed.
Aha.
Yeah.
So your dad's Charmed.
And also, yeah, or on that subject, Digstown was the name of a movie about a boxer with
Louis Gossett Jr.?
Yeah, and James.
Woods?
James Woods. Wasn't that Digstown?
That sounds familiar.
I think so. I think I've
I'm
seen
not
that.
confusing it with the Great White Hype, am I?
No, but that was around
That's
the same
another
time.
song, okay.
All right, we digress. So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Natasha Henstridge and Gina Grad and Paul Bryan saying Mahala.
Top pastrami, coleslaw, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing on double-baked rye bread.
I'm not exaggerating. This is a famous sandwich. The number 19. I knew what it was instantly.
You did. It's like you salivate just looking at this picture.
it is
The best.
amazing.
It's porn.
You got to get your...
Did you mention the bread? Did he mention
Yeah,
the bread?
twice baked rye.
Yeah, double-baked rye bread.
Yeah.